Prison wardens. What's the most cruel thing you've ever seen behind bars? I've worked in corrections for over 20 years, seen the worst of humanity locked away, but nothing unsettled me like what happened in Block D. We had a lifer named Henry Dawson, sentenced at 18, locked away ever since. Never had a visitor, never got any mail. He just existed, never violent, wasn't a problem. But because of that, he became a target of others. Here's where the story gets sad. Inmates are exactly like wolves. They sense weakness. And Henry was quiet, small for his age, and when he got in, he never fought back. They took his food, his commissary, his dignity. Some nights I'd see him curled up on his cot, shaking, covering his ears to block out the taunts. No one ever helped, no one ever cared. One day I found him sitting on the edge of his bunk, staring at the wall. Nothing unusual until I noticed the tray beside him, completely untouched. Strange. Henry never skipped a meal. Everything all right, Dawson? He didn't answer, just kept staring, hollow-eyed, as if he wasn't really there. That's when I saw what he was holding, an old, crumpled piece of paper, a letter. Who's it from? I asked, and that's when things got really sad. He blinked, slow, like waking from a dream. Then, barely above a whisper, he said, "My mom. I knew his file. She died when he was a kid." His voice cracked. "She wrote it before she passed. Someone found it and sent it here." He swallowed hard. She thought I'd make something of myself. But here's the part that messed me up the most. That night, one of the inmates, the worst of them, snatched the letter from Henry's hands, laughing, and held it up for the entire block. Henry barely reacted, just sat there, watching, as the only good thing he'd ever received was scattered like trash. The next morning, Henry Dawson was found in his cell. The kid ended it after his last piece of hope was destroyed.